What's up, fellas? Shane here. We're back for another episode since you guys didn't totally hate the last one, or else you're pretending not to. And I guess Ryan and Mario didn't suck either. So we got together, threw together another episode. I really got to get a new intro for this thing so I don't have to make these super weird, awkward intros. We can just play some tunes and get right into the show. But this was a pretty good one. Ryan's got a hilarious story that I had never heard before until we got on this podcast. He's got a funny story about a run-in with Nick Swisher, who just recently announced his retirement, although he's really been retired for a couple of years, but I guess now it's official. So pretty cool episode here. Hope you guys like it. Would love if you guys threw a iTunes review on the podcast. If you're liking it, give us 5 stars, 1 star, whatever, but definitely helps us in the podcast rankings and shit like that, or just rank us wherever you listen to podcasts. I think we're on iHeartRadio now, iTunes, SoundCloud, Spotify, wherever you listen to podcasts. Wherever podcasts are hosted, you will find this one. So hope you guys enjoy the episode. And we're live. Mario, Ryan, what's up, fellas?
What's up?
How's it going?
How we doing today?
Just living the dream, man.
Just rolled out of bed. Be a solid day.
Yeah, our network picked us up for episode 2 after the first one. So
Thank
that's
God.
good.
We must have hit like a couple billion downloads.
Something like
Something
that.
like that.
Something like that. I don't know what the weather's like today for you guys, but it really feels like spring today. It's like mid-50s. I got shorts, a backwards hat on. I'm feeling good.
Yeah,
I
it's
haven't
pretty
stepped
nice
outside, but I think it's supposed to be like 60 something today.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit the
Like-
60s here a couple times this week. I'm very, very excited about that.
60s here, which is some bullshit because I leave for Arizona tonight, and I was hoping it was going to snow on all you fucks while I was out there.
So what?
Last year before I left for spring training, Maryland got hit with like 1.5 feet of snow.
That's got to be very satisfying.
Great. Yeah.
That's
So
what I
you're
was hoping for.
You're leaving 60s behind for like what, 95, 100?
No, dude, it's going to be 60 out there.
Really?
Stupid. Yeah,
Oh,
real
well, I don't-
dumb.
I don't know what I'm talking about.
Real ticked off.
I hear Arizona, and I'm like, all right, 100 degrees. Let's go.
Yeah, so did I. And then I look at the forecast, and it's going to be like 60 and rainy tonight and tomorrow. It's going to be shitty.
That's lame.
What the hell? Why even go? I'm going to cancel my trip.
Yeah, just stay in Cleveland. Same thing.
I don't even know if I'm going to even see any spring training. That's not really what I'm going out there for. People kind of assume, but it's not. There's not a whole lot going on. What am I going to go watch fucking practice?
Yeah.
Get Kipnis's autograph on the bill of my hat and then wear it every day?
Yeah.
I don't know. But this is back-to-back episodes. You guys are both rocking. Okay, no Red Sox jersey for you today. Just
No,
kind
just-
of like a jersey mix.
Just a shirt. Yeah,
Like a
just
short
it's,
sleeve baseball tee.
yeah, just a little tee. Yeah.
Okay, but Ryan's going full jersey.
Nah, it's a shirt. It's a jersey.
Oh, okay.
A Sammy
Jerseys,
Sosa.
I can
Sosa.
respect.
Sammy Sosa Baltimore Orioles shirt, so you don't see a whole lot of those.
No,
That's the
I
kinda-
told you. They've only made 15 of those.
I got it for like $4 on eBay.
No shit.
Did you buy it after
Yeah.
he was on the team?
Oh yeah, I bought this like last year.
Oh, okay.
Jesus.
It's to have it, just to have it.
Oh, absolutely.
11:30
Quality.
a.m. and I got to come on here and see both of you just full like it's fucking World Series day or something.
Well, we
Both
got to get
just
out
mean,
here.
head to toe.
You're over there shirtless, rocking your West Virginia cap. So I mean,
You're damn right.
doing your thing.
Why you got to tell the crowd that I'm not wearing a shirt? You're gonna get everyone all flustered.
You're
Well,
never
we're
wearing
trying
a
to
shirt,
make
dude.
sure they can. We're trying to make sure they can capture the scene, so they can really see this in the mind's eye and really relate.
Yeah.
Okay, makes
It's
sense.
gonna-
I mean,
it's
the
gonna be
video
exciting
does
when we
record
start.
here. Maybe I'll, have to throw up the vid.
You'll have to throw up
When we
like a.
start when we start live broadcasting this to Facebook, they'll get the real deal.
That's
Yeah.
right. I got to work on that. I think that'd be sick to do it on Facebook Live. It's technically, like the technical side of it looks real complicated, but I'll figure it out. But
Shouldn't be too hard
anyway,
to manage.
so what do we got on the docket today?
Let's
Who's
see.
the producer here?
Let's see. I wrote down a couple things right before we were doing this. Oh, that video that you shared of Blake Swihart, the Red Sox catcher, just airmailing Rick Porcello in his bullpen. And
That was my
laughed out
favorite video
loud
of the
so
year so
much.
far.
they
I'm
talked
sorry.
about it.
It's fucked up. Like, cause that's like a mental disease. I mean, can we just go there?
Yeah,
Not to
I'd-
downplay actual mental disorders, but this Yips stuff, someone's got to figure that out, right?
Yeah, well, I know they did Swihart and John Farrell, the Red Sox manager, both said, "I don't have the yips. I'm just trying to get back to," because he hasn't caught since like last May when he ran into an outfield wall. So he said he's trying to get used from throwing balls from the outfield and going back to throwing them to the pitcher. But that's doesn't seem like it should be as hard as it looks.
Oh, somebody get the kid a nudie mag or something.
What is it with that? I don't get. Like I see every time somebody posts about the yips, somebody says something about a nudie mag, and I don't get it.
From that's a major league, right? Like the second one when they're in the minors.
Oh,
Not
is
the
it?
second one? That would be. What would that be? What movie is that?
I have no idea. Oh, is
Rube
that
Baker?
I don't remember.
Is that Bull
Right?
Durham?
That's the name. No, it's wow. We sound like a bunch of clowns right now, not knowing what this is. Rube Baker. That's the catcher's name, right?
Uh-huh.
From the movie. Let
Sure.
me look that
I gotta
up.
catch up on my baseball movies.
Yeah. This is really bad.
You're the
Speaking of
Indians
Blake
fan
Swihart,
too.
though,
I know. I
Blake
apologize
Swihart
to
used to
everybody.
date. Blake Swihart used to date one of my high school teammates' sexy ass sisters.
Oh, nice.
Jesus.
That's awesome.
Sorry,
I was
high
down at
school
Camden Yards.
teammate.
I was down at Camden Yards one day. It was like last year or the year before. I don't even remember. But Blake and Mookie Betts came out with their girlfriends. And I was like, oh shit, I know her.
Yeah, Major League 2. Rube Baker, catcher, got the yips.
There
They
you
give him a
go.
nudie mag, and he fixes it.
All right, well, then somebody needs to fucking go to the store and get Swihart a nudie mag. Well, it's not the 80s anymore. He can just get his laptop out. So, but does it actually have to be a magazine? Is that part of the thing?
I think we're gonna stick to magazine. Why take that chance?
I think we should.
That's a good point. It's a good point.
But
Baseball's
that's
weird
just
like
so
that.
funny to me, dude. There was like a post on the site last year, like a compilation of like 4 or 5 of them between. I think they were mostly college ball guys, and it's just so hilarious to me watching dudes that have that mental block try to throw it back to the mound. Some of them like they figure out how to get it back to the pitcher, but then their new process includes like twitching like 7 times and then throwing it underhand. And I just laugh my ass off. And people get mad, dude. People got mad at me last year. Like, I don't know if they have some close personal connection to the yips. I've only known one guy, one of my college teammates, personally have that issue. But like, people got mad at me like I just made fun of him for having autism or something.
You know,
Is
it's
it that
just,
serious?
you know, you say it's funny, and it is funny, but it's also kind of like sad because, like, what if he just can't catch anymore because he can't throw the ball back to the pitcher? And I've also seen some people say that, like, he can still throw down a second, fine, no problem. It's just throwing it back to the pitcher that throws these kids off.
The funniest thing about the video with Swihart was Porcello and the pitching coach both knew it was coming too. Like Porcello had turned around and the pitching coach, like there was a ball midair from the pitching coach's hand to Porcello by the time the ball hit the fence behind him.
Yeah, apparently
they were expecting it.
Apparently this has been a problem all spring, but I think that was probably the worst throw where he just threw it way over his head. He threw it over David Price's head. He didn't even throw it over Porcello's head. It was like way off too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like too high to where Porcello it never crossed his mind to attempt to catch that ball.
So do you think a pitcher has to get like annoyed at that at some point? Like you got to feel for
yeah,
the guy.
definitely.
Oh,
One of
I
my
would.
college catchers had it, dude. And I love the kid, Vince, if he's listening. But like we'd be throwing pens in the gym, and this dude would be playing fucking dodgeball, like throwing balls off the bleachers, you know, throwing a ball that lands 15 feet in front of the mound, 20 feet over the head. Like it's funny at first, and then you're throwing to the guy, and you're like, dude, I can't get in a rhythm here. Can you just roll me the ball or something? Yeah, so it's pretty bad.
Did this kid figure like some way he had to, like some twitch or some weird ritual he had to do to get it back?
I think he figured it out. He ended up getting in touch with a doctor, like a psychologist or something, who specialized in the yips for baseball players. And he's pretty popular in the baseball world. You might know his name. I can't remember his name. But he would like Skype with him for like an hour a week. And it took a long time. I think he ended up getting it figured out. But yeah, dude, it was brutal to watch. So
It's just such a weird thing because, like, I can imagine just having to catch, like, no problem. And these are, you know, like, professional athletes. Just for some reason, they just lose it and just can't throw it back to the pitcher. I'm sure it's not a fun thing to deal with, but for us, it's pretty funny. It's a lot of fun to watch.
I can't imagine what that's like. I mean, I've had days where, like, I'm on the mound and I can't throw a strike, but it's not like I'm throwing balls to the fence. And you know it's nothing you're doing wrong. It's just something, got some screws loose between the ears.
Wasn't it last year also during the College World Series, like a catcher for like Boston College or something? It took him like 5 minutes to get the ball back to the pitcher. Like he figured out how to get it back to him, but he had to like it took him a couple minutes to get his arm in the right slot and just threw it back.
Yeah, I don't remember who it was. There was like 3 or 4 of them. There was a post on the site with like a compilation of all of them, which really pissed people off. And sometimes like I know shit that I post is gonna piss people off. That one I had no idea. I didn't know that being offended at that was a thing. But yeah, I think it was LSU's catcher had a real bad one. He would like cock his arm 3 or 4 times and then end up throwing it sidearm.
But hey, it worked. I mean,
And he'd have to like slide to the left-handed batter's box. Like so he would like slide to the right-handed batter's box, throw one sidearm back to the pitcher. It's fascinating to me, honestly.
that's almost like the pitchers who can't throw to first or like can't
Yeah.
throw an intentional walk.
Yeah, no, that's exactly right.
And it's all a mental thing. So once they get the routine down and figure out what works for them, more power to them. I guess that's the way they have to do it. But like you said, it's a lot of fun to watch for us.
Yeah,
Should be
well,
in there.
thoughts
Should be
and
a lot
prayers.
different.
Thoughts and prayers to Blake Swihart.
Thoughts and prayers.
But we also have that big sale. That was like a story for about a week about the Marlins potentially getting sold to, what's his name, Kushner. He's like in with Trump somehow. I'm not entirely sure what the relationship is. I think he's married to somebody. I'm not sure.
I don't know much about him. I didn't read much about the people. I just glanced over that story. I didn't read that he was in cahoots with Trump. I think he's a real estate guy from New York, so maybe that's his connection.
I don't think he's in cahoots with him. I think he's literally like married to somebody. Look at us. We are so fucking unprepared. I'm going to Google this right now. So let's see.
I had no intentions of recording today. I
Yeah.
woke up to like 7 texts in the group saying like, Mario's like, Ryan, wake up, kid. We got to record. Like,
Yeah,
oh,
because
shit.
your ass was sleeping till like 11.
Yeah, dude. I'm working till
So-
like 12.
Jared
Grow up, dude.
Jared Kushner. He is married to Ivanka Trump. That's what it is.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. But I don't think Jared is the one that wanted to buy it. I think it was his dad, but his dad like spent time in jail or something. If anybody knows anything about this situation, they're listening to this like screaming at us right now for being fucking idiots. But all I know is the Marlins came kind of close to being sold, which would be great. I mean, Jeffrey Loria is one of the worst owners in the history of Major League Baseball. So I think it'd be big for that team to get sold. I don't think anybody really cares about them in Miami. There's plenty of other stuff you can do down there.
Yeah, I think Marlins fans were about ready to throw a parade when they found out Loria was getting rid of the team.
Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless
They
of
can't
the owner in
stand it.
Miami, would anyone care about baseball?
No, well, maybe. I mean, you know how people in Miami are. They're into what's hot. I think. I don't know what Miami's about, but I think if like Loria got a good team going, I think people would start showing up.
Miami's about partying nonstop. That's pretty
Yeah,
much
I just
it.
think Miami's one of those places where a large chunk of people that are in Miami are not like from Miami. They don't feel that Miami connection. That's a big thing when it comes to like sports fan bases. So if you're in a place like that, I mean, yeah, there's a lot of people and shit, but it's not like, I don't know. The people aren't from Miami, so it's not like they were born and bred Marlins fans.
Yeah, I hear that. Let's say,
There's like a real big Cuban population down there, right?
yeah, that's huge down there. But and they also just recently moved to Miami. I don't know where they played before, but they just became the Miami Marlins like 4 or 5 years ago.
Yeah. I miss that throwback logo, dude. The teal.
That's a
one of
good.
the best logos.
That's
in
a good
baseball.
one. I mean, they're
I
orange.
have the throwback Marlins hat.
I miss the vests. Like
Oh,
all
yeah.
teams used to wear the vests.
Dude, I hate
the
vests.
Marlins were a good one. The Rockies still rock them, don't they?
The Rockies still do them. The Arizona Diamondbacks used to have their pinstriped one.
Oh yes.
The Pirates used to wear one too, I think.
Okay. I mean, the Indians had one. It was one of the worst Indians unis ever.
I'm not a big vest guy. I don't like the baseball vest unis.
I don't. Yeah. I mean, I hated wearing them. I think they were super ugly. But maybe it's just the Diamondbacks 01 teal sleeveless look.
Yeah, the Diamondbacks one is cool, but I'm when it comes to uniforms, I tend to be more of like a traditionalist. Like
Because
anytime
you're a Red Sox fan. Look
Well-
at your uniforms. They haven't changed in 142 years.
That's a good point, but I want the Red Sox. The Red Sox need a. I've been campaigning this for about 2 months. And by campaigning it, I just complained to myself about it. But I just want a Sunday like cream uniform with like maybe a red hat or something like that. Something like the Cardinals wear. They just wear the same thing all the time and it gets boring.
I like the cream. That's one of my favorite alternates. Sunday, 1 p.m. start, cream. Yeah.
Yeah, there just
I
needs
agree.
to be.
Get
Red
down with that.
piping.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh God, I'm getting hard just thinking about it. But I just need more color in baseball. There's too many gray uniforms.
Yeah.
That's just the thing, man. You either wear white or you wear gray. But
I know,
now they're
it's-
starting to switch up the gray. You look at the Diamondbacks. That's a different road uni.
They have like that. It's like black. It's like charcoal.
Yeah.
I don't know. Are you guys
I like
into the
it.
Diamondbacks? You guys are into the Diamondbacks uniforms?
I guess
I'm
I don't know if I'm into theirs particularly. I'm into them doing something a little different.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about college baseball. That's one of my most favorite parts is like the cool different colors for the uniforms and everything else like that. I don't know.
I don't mind switching it up a little bit, but like with the Diamondbacks in particular, their pants, they look like they've been running around in mud all day. Like I don't know what's up with the bottom of the pants, but they're like
They're
it's
going
like
for that
dark
like,
and then like faded up spotty color. Like I don't get it. It looks
That
weird
might
to
have
me.
crossed the line. Yeah, the gradient at the bottom of the pants might have crossed
Yeah.
the line. But I just remember, was last year the first year they wore them?
yeah.
Yeah, it was.
I just remember watching Robbie Ray on the mound with the kind of cleats he'd rock with those.
Yes.
The cleats like fit perfectly with the gradient of the bottom of the pants.
Right.
And the dude was looking fire. So I was a big fan at that point.
It's crazy how much cleats can make a uniform what it is. You know,
Huge.
like
Huge.
it's the most important part of the uniform by far.
That's why if you're listening right now, you're playing high school, college ball, you got to stop wearing white cleats. Unless you get a fresh new pair of cleats every week, you can't be wearing white cleats, dude. Because then by week 2, you throw on white uniforms and you've got piss yellow cleats.
Yeah.
And it's a terrible look.
How many do any big league teams wear white cleats besides the
A's.
The A's? Is there any other team?
None that come to
I
mind.
don't think so. And then like white cleats with gray pants. Stop.
Not a good
This
look.
is not
Yeah.
beer league softball, people.
Not a good look.
Right.
Same with,
Not at
and
all.
we're getting off the MLB. This is mostly like a college and high school epidemic. Stop mixing white and gray. Teams come out with gray pants, white tops. You're all a bunch of clowns. It looks terrible. No respect. And the digital camo unis, let's stop that. And someone's got to stop me before I go off here because people get really ticked off. I remember last year when
Keep going, though. This is good stuff.
I took some youth team who had these nasty ass black and yellow and white digital camo uniforms, head to toe, jersey and pants. And I took pictures of them and I posted them everywhere. I said, this is the biggest fucking trash I've ever seen. Dude, this is the first time I've ever had this. I get a ton of trolls. A lot of people hate me. They'll come at me. Dude, I had players' moms and coaches just lighting me up on Twitter as if I just called their kid retarded or something.
So what is it about the uniform? Is it the whole like it's camo? It's supposed to be about the troops thing that they get really mad at?
That's their stupid ass defense. They're
Right.
like, oh, dude, sorry, we're supporting. No, dude, you're not supporting the troops. You and your coach and whoever ordered those uniforms thought it looked fucking sick to have digital camo bumblebee uniforms. It has nothing to do with that. No. If you want to put a flag on your sleeve, put a flag on the back of your hat there. Because I guarantee the soldiers will be looking at your ugly ass on the field and being like, ew, don't tell me that's for us.
They're bad. I mean, a couple big league teams do it, and I think occasionally they look okay.
Yeah, okay, once a year, wear something that looks silly, and wear a flag uniform for one day of the year. But the Padres, everyone always brings that up. I like theirs, okay, because theirs is tasteful. It's very mild. It's not like pow, bam, digicam in your face.
Yeah.
It's like dirt colored sand camo. I know it's got a name and it's not sand camo, so I apologize, but I don't mind theirs.
No, it's a good one. I think the Mets used to do it too, but they did away with that. But no, the Padres one is definitely pretty cool.
Syndergaard looks pretty solid in that camo jersey. You mentioned the Mets did it.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen a Mets camo.
It's occasional, but I mean,
I don't know if
like you said, when it's. Go ahead, Mario.
I don't know if they did like a full out jersey, but I know they had at least a hat that was camo.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
See, that's a tasteful camo, and they wear it once every 3 months.
Yeah, but I would never want my main uniform to be camo. That's not. I'm not a big camo guy in general. Camo pants, camo shirt, camo anything. I just think it's stupid. But the
Yeah,
uniform takes it to another level of dumb.
No,
I
I hate
agree.
that at some point in the last like decade we turned hunting apparel into fashion.
Yeah, I'm not
And
a
people
not a
started
fan.
wearing camouflage, and there's camouflage baseball gear, and there's those. Ew. Speaking of, you go to Dick's Sporting Goods and you see those ugly ass camouflage Under Armour helmets.
Ew.
Oh, they're awful.
Oh my, that's yeah.
Under Armour anything is awful. I'm sorry. Do not at me. Under Armour is fucking trash. Shouldn't be in baseball.
I'm a you know big. I got a lot of Under Armour stuff, and I also have a lot of Nike stuff. I'm just kind of a dickhead, I guess. I like
I mix it up all the time.
Yeah, I occasionally I'll rock at the gym. I'll be wearing like Nike shoes, like an Under Armour shirt, and then I just feel like somebody's probably looking at me like this fucking guy over here.
So you're a cross dresser.
Yes, pretty much. I am a cross dresser.
That's what you are. Yes.
Yes.
Let's call it what it is. It's
I wear Nike
disgusting.
sweats with an Under Armour hoodie, man. I don't care.
Dude, that's a you thing to do. Like that's something that you would expect out of a kid who sleeps till 11 a.m. And then throws on an Orioles jersey at 11:30 a.m. Like that's expect nothing
All right,
less.
that's reasonable. I respect that.
Well, you hate the jersey, but like at least in the summer, like waking up at like 9:30, 10, it's pretty easy to just throw like one of your jerseys on, like maybe a pair of shorts, because then you look like kind of, at least when you go out, you either just look like a giant dickhead, or B, you look like kind of put together, like kind of cool. I don't know, instead of just like a fucking t-shirt. I don't know. It looks
You
like
guys
you
are
put in a little more effort.
you guys are really hung up on this jersey thing. It's literally just it's the T-shirt I wore to bed last night. Like I rolled out of bed, threw on some pants,
You stink
hopped in
ass.
front of the camera.
Well, yours is different. Yours is a jersey. We're talking like legit, like just the real jerseys. Because Shane's not a big
Yeah.
jersey guy. Do you even own one?
Dude, I own a Bob Feller jersey that was a giveaway at Progressive last year.
Uh-huh.
And I think I might have had like I think I had a Travis Hafner jersey like 10 years ago, but I've never worn it. I've said this a million times. I can't wear a jersey. I think it's weird. I feel like some little 12-year-old fanboy. I don't know. I mean, plenty of dudes wear jerseys. I get it. It's fine. I just can't do it.
It is hard to find a jersey that fits well. Like I have plenty of jerseys, but I only really wear them if I'm going to a game or something. Like I don't wear them out just to wear them. Like I have a cousin who has a Matt Wieters jersey that he wears all the time. Like he'll wear it at amusement parks, things like that. I can't do that.
No,
like,
stop wearing it to the grocery store.
Right? Like
Well, that's
I'll
when I
wear a
wear
jersey
mine.
to a game.
I
Like,
guess a game, but
I see where you're coming from though, because like they're weird. They usually fit a little too big. Like they hang down. They look like a dress. Like it's hard to find
Okay.
one that works well for you.
the way I look at it, if I'm wearing a jersey to a game, like let's say I've got a Jason Kipnis jersey on, I'm going to the game, and he's looking at me, and he's like, "There's a grown ass man with my name on his back." Like he is such a fan of me, another fellow grown man, enough to wear my name on his back. That's what runs through my mind. I think it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I saw a comedy bit where this guy was talking about how people wear jerseys on the back of their shirts and it's weird. And he's like if a guy sees you in public and you're wearing their jersey, they should be allowed to come up from behind and fuck you, like just bar none.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel.
So like if you're out in Cleveland, you're wearing a Kipnis jersey, Kipnis sees you on the street, he should be allowed to come up from behind and just fuck you, and you can't do anything about it.
There's one man who would be in Cleveland. Well, no, he's not there anymore. But if Napoli saw you in a Nap jersey, he'd absolutely come behind you. Just maybe give you a little hump. He'd do something.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
Napoli's
if
the
he
guy who
had
can see
time
doing
for
that.
me in between his other 6 chicks, I said something about it on Snapchat. For the record, I don't personally know Mike Napoli. You hear things. He's been here for the last year. I mean, I've seen plenty of pictures of him just rolling the streets of downtown Cleveland. It's like the sun's up. Like it's morning. It's probably 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. Dude rolling down the shirt. I'm going to try to find this picture just so you don't think I'm lying. Like shirtless, 2 chicks next to him, 6:30 a.m. walking downtown.
He did the same thing when the Sox won the World Series in 2013. He just went on a bender and he was just like, what? There's photos of him just like taking tons of like, he's just chugging a bottle of Fireball, shirtless with a beanie on. And then there's another one of him walking down the street shirtless with a cigarette. Like the dude knows how to party. And people give Jeter a lot of credit for just plowing everybody and then getting married at 40. I mean, people don't give Napoli enough credit. He just plows everybody and then,
Yeah,
just
but Jeter's was a cover-up.
That's true.
All right, top three guys in baseball you two would get a beer with. Go.
Napoli. Um,
Kipnis, I've heard he's wild. I've got some stories about him too.
who else is probably just a cool guy? I've talked about this before. I think like Jackie Bradley Jr. is just like a genuinely just like a cool person. Like he just seems nice. His voice is just very nice. He's like 25. He's got a wife and a kid. He'd probably just sit down and be like, "Hey man, like how you doing? How's school going?" Like he'd just be a nice guy. Did you say top three?
Yeah, I mean you can
Beer with.
many as you want.
I'm gonna
Napoli's
try to go
definitely a good
outside
choice.
the box here.
I'm definitely going as an Orioles fan, a little bit of a homer. I'm going Tommy Hunter for sure.
Uh-huh.
That dude was like he was hugging like a 6-pack of Bud after the Orioles won the division a couple years ago. He did it again when they clinched last year. He's the dude who'll like go through the clubhouses with an armful of beer bottles.
I'm trying to think like who are the guys who drink a lot every time their team wins.
Bumgarner.
Bumgarner, but fuck Bumgarner.
Yeah.
Anyone on the '08 Red Sox? Was that the year? Was
07?
that the chicken and beer year?
Oh, that's the 11 year. 11. Yeah, so
Okay, that's way
Beckett,
off.
Lester, Lackey, they're probably fun to have a couple beers with.
Can I go with players who have been out of baseball but are trying to make comebacks as knuckleballers?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Brian Wilson, for
Dude,
sure.
I can't stand Brian Wilson. Like I just think he's
Really?
I just think he's way over the top and like annoying. Like but you also posted, I saw you had a tweet about like the Bartolo love is getting to be too much. I think like the Brian Wilson thing got tired real quick.
I agree. He was too much for me.
Brian
Yeah.
Wilson was the Barstool Sports of Major League Baseball for a while.
Yeah.
That's a good way to put it. And yeah, the Bartolo thing's a little out of control too.
Yeah. Like, it was fun for a little bit. When he hit the homer, I was excited, but, you know, MLB dedicating an entire day of their Snapchat story to just watching him work out. Come on now.
Yeah, I don't think. I also don't feel like it has the same like aura to it now that he's not with the Mets. Because with the Mets,
Yeah.
it was cool because you had like Harvey and Syndergaard and DeGrom and like all these studs, and then fucking Bartolo Colon still chucking up fucking garbage, and then ending the year with like a 3.5 ERA. Like that was a lot better there.
Yeah.
Now he's with R.A. Dickey and just Julio Teheran and like just a bunch of bums in Atlanta. It's not as funny anymore.
Right.
Yeah, and stop pretending. Stop trying to convince us that Bartolo's out there fucking doing CrossFit every day. Come on.
Dude, he just throws bullpens all winter. I don't think he works out at all.
You're too old. Stop now. You're supposed to do that when you're like a 22-year-old rookie. Hey, everyone, look how hard I'm working.
Yeah.
Like, dude, you're fat. We get it. You're a pitcher. It's fine. You're like 45. Just a couple more years. Let us laugh at you. It's fine.
Yeah.
I don't even think
credit
it's
the guy. He's had a great career.
Yeah, but I don't
Incredible
think
career.
I don't think it's even his fault. It's more like just MLB, and because MLB just tries so hard to market guys, and they do it like so badly sometimes, and I don't know. They go after like, oh, Bartolo's fat. Look at us. We're inclusive. We don't make fun of people for being fat. Instead of like showing like, oh, you know that guy on the Angels who's like the best player in the game. How about you talk about him a little bit? Like, come on.
But it seems like while they are trying to be inclusive and say, you know, we don't make fun of people who are fat, at the same time, they're making fun of him for being fat.
Yeah, the only reason
Like, that's what it seems like to me.
yeah, the only reason he has a day dedicated on Snapchat is because he's fat. Like,
Yeah,
you're not gonna follow anybody else around.
exactly.
It's messed up, guys.
I mean, I got no problem. If you want to be fat, go ahead and be fat, especially if you can still throw like 91 and get out somehow.
Okay, you fucking hypocrite. How about Pablo Sandoval?
Yo, Pablo Sandoval can go fuck himself.
Okay, so just to establish that you're a hypocrite,
No,
got
I
that
mean,
out of the way.
it feels nice. I don't feel like the Pablo Sandoval is fat story has been that much of a pain in the butt this offseason, because that's the thing every single year.
Yeah, because he got slim again, and we're like, oh, nope, you ain't fooling us again.
No, yeah, he got slim, but he'll put on the
Right.
weight soon enough.
You'll be
It's
fat
just-
in a month. You ain't
it's just
getting
what
us
he-
this time.
It's just what he does, but I don't know.
That's got to be annoying, dude, to go a whole off season just eating grass, and then the season comes around, you put on 30 more pounds, and you're like, fuck.
He must like crash diet, because the moment he eats a burger, I'm sure like 3 pounds go on. Like he just
Something. I don't know. Something's up there. But yeah, at some point you're like, dude, I'm fat. I'm just gonna learn to play fat. That's how it is.
yeah. I mean, he won the World Series as a fat guy, so apparently he
This
can
is
play as a
baseball we're
fat guy.
talking about. Let's not forget. I mean, damn.
Yeah, I don't know. That's why sometimes I see like the workouts the guys are doing. Like remember that like week on MLB they were just posting guys who were like deadlifting 3,000 pounds. It was like that's cool, that's awesome, but is that really helping you that much? I don't know.
It's a new era, man. The Bryce Harpers and the Mike Trouts coming in looking like just statues, chiseled. So I guess it doesn't seem like a bad thing. I don't think you could be too in shape, but
No, I don't think it's a bad thing, but I don't know if it's really necessary. But at the same time, I don't even know how to deadlift, so I shouldn't be talking. I tried to learn how to deadlift the other day, and the guy was like, "What are you doing with your back?" I was like, "Dude, I don't know. This is why I don't do this. I'm going home."
yeah, at some point you just gotta realize it's not for you.
Yeah.
What else did we have on the docket today?
Can I tell my Swisher story?
Oh God,
yeah.
yes, he's been
It's a
hyping
good
up
one, I
this
promise.
Swisher story.
Yeah.
I haven't told you guys yet.
Yeah,
No,
let's
you
end
haven't.
on
They're
Twitter.
like,
Yeah, let's.
I mean, I told a few people, but all right. So this was 2012. I'm working on the grounds crew for the Orioles, and I was like 17 years old. I was a young stupid kid, and the Yankees were in town. This is when Swisher was on the Yankees. They were in town for a 3-game set. They won the first game, and at Camden Yards, I don't know if you guys know, like the grounds crew sits out in that little right field cage that's like in the outfield wall.
Mm-hmm.
So Swisher's their right fielder, and he was out there with his normal like antics, being a goofball, having a good time. Which, in hindsight, it's a good attitude to have. You're out on the baseball diamond. But as an Orioles fan, I hated the guy. I couldn't stand him. So the Yankees won the first game of the series, and he tweeted something about like how hyped he was about the win and how much he loves playing in Baltimore. And I responded, "Shut up! Nobody likes you. You're a douche," which is
Typical.
a real 16, 17-year-old thing to say, right? So I don't think anything of it, but my dumbass had a picture of me on the grounds crew as my little Twitter avatar. So I get to work the next day, and my boss is there outside her office, and there are a few people who are like sitting there giving me like this weird look. I'm like, what's going on? This is weird. So Nicole, who's the head groundskeeper there, she goes, "Go ahead and get dressed and come on out." I'm like, all right, whatever. So I go in the locker room, get dressed, come back out, and she goes, "There's someone in my office who wants to talk to you."
Oh no.
I'm thinking, oh,
Jesus.
all right, cool, whatever. So I walk in the office, and there's this guy with his head down. There's a glove on the desk and a Yankees cap. And, I wasn't thinking about the tweet at the time. But I look over, and he lifts his head up, and I'm like, oh, shit, that's Nick Swisher. And then I remembered the tweet, and I was like, oh, fuck, that's Nick Swisher. And he chewed me out for like 10 minutes about the tweet and how it was like immature and how he's like a normal person with feelings too. And I was like, look, I understand, man. Like, I'm sorry. It's just a tweet. Like, I've always just thought you were kind of cocky and like I don't like you as a player. Like, it's nothing personal. Like, whatever, do your thing. And so that's a story I have to tell
No,
the
you
grandkids.
didn't. You were like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Swisher."
I did. I was like, I did tell him that like I was, that I wasn't a big fan of his, but I did succumb to the pressure a little bit.
That's funny. I wasn't ready for that.
He was actually mad.
Who does that? Yeah.
Oh yeah, he was mad.
What?
I mean, like he wasn't like yelling at me, but he was like visibly like frustrated by it. He was like, you could tell I had hurt his feelings.
What?
17-year-old you got Nick Swisher all fucked up, huh?
Doesn't
Yep,
he?
with a tweet where I called him a douche.
That's weird.
Doesn't he understand? I thought this story was going. He was gonna like give you a hard time, but it was gonna be funny. Not that he was gonna reprimand you and tell you I have feelings too.
Yeah,
Oh no, he
damn.
did. He was a
That's-
baby
Sorry,
about it.
sorry, Dad.
Wow, I didn't like Nick Swisher. Now I really don't like him. Hey, Nick Swisher, you're a douche.
Yeah, I don't.
Shut up. Nobody likes you.
Well, I don't like him either, but I'm not gonna say shit now because he might be listening. He might show up to my
He
door.
could be. So then I went on Twitter after I got home to check and like see if he had said anything about it, and he had blocked me. So
What?
oh well.
You're kidding me, dude.
Oh,
I'm
No.
blocked by Swisher.
Nick, stop it.
Wow.
I'm actually blocked by him on both of my Twitter accounts, my personal and my Orioles account.
You know, Koji Uehara just blocked me on Twitter like a week or two ago. Did I tell you guys this already?
Really? Oh, Cody's my boy. What'd you do?
What did you do?
Well, he tweeted like David Ortiz tweeted something, and then Koji responded to it like, "Oh, come to the Orioles now." And I was like, "Koji, get the fuck out of here with that shit." And then he blocked me, and I was Koji.
Wow.
I was just telling you to leave. Like, what are you doing? And so he like somebody tweeted like quote tweeted Koji, and it was like, "Oh, this tweet cannot be found." I was like, "Oh, why not?" And just blocked me. He blocked me. I love Koji,
It's messed
What a
up.
shame.
but I think that's my first block on baseball Twitter. So I don't know.
Oh, I've got a pretty solid list. I've got Swisher. I've got Marcus Stroman.
Oh, he's the
I've
easiest
got,
person to block.
I've got Pedroia.
Pedroia blocked
Right.
you?
Yeah.
Come on.
I've got Schilling. And it wasn't even anything. You would think with Schilling it'd be something political, but no. He took a picture from one of his broadcasts, like down the first base line, and it was like real blurry. So I responded, "Kurt, did you take this picture with a potato?" And he blocked me.
That's it. Wow.
That's all it
Baseball
took.
Twitter is pretty sensitive. I'm sure I have more than I know about, but
Yeah.
I think Stroman's the notable one because I just noticed that one.
We should do a game next time we record a podcast, and the three of us, well, not you, you're already blocked, but you can just make a new Twitter. We'll all tweet Stroman and see if he blocks us by the end of the episode.
Why are these guys so sensitive?
I heard some people saying that he blocked them like mid-game. Like he had a shitty start, and the first thing he did was just went down into the clubhouse and just started blocking people that were ripping him apart.
I don't get it.
HDMH, baby, HDMH.
I don't block anybody. I don't think I've ever blocked somebody on Twitter. Why?
I've never blocked anyone.
I've blocked like a couple accounts. No, I think I blocked like
mute
one.
people.
Yeah, I mute
I
people
have a
when they get
shitload of-
annoying.
And I block all right. The accounts I do block are like the relatable like accounts that like steal everybody's tweets and like try to claim them
Okay.
as their own.
Yeah.
Like all those.
So you
girl
mean all of
posts and,
baseball
like,
Twitter?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Okay.
But, like all those girl post accounts, things like that.
Right. Well, that's a good story. I can't believe you had Nick Swisher. That shook. That's
I got his
that's
panties
honestly
in a
kind
wad.
of that's kind of sweet.
Yeah, I didn't think that
One
story
for the
was going that
grandkids,
way.
for sure.
17-year-old me probably would have crapped myself when I walked in and saw him though.
Oh yeah, I would have.
I was a little scared at first. Like once, like I said, we were in there for about 10 minutes, and at first, I was obviously a little freaked out. But like the more I got comfortable with the situation, the more I was willing to say like, yeah, I just have always thought you were kind of a cocky player. And I said to him like, it's nothing personal. It's just that you've always been on like, obviously as an Orioles fan, I don't like the Yankees. You've been a Yankee for a lot of your career. Like a lot of it is just because of the team you play on. But it was fun.
See, 25-year-old me though would have walked in there and been like, "Yeah, dude, I meant every word I said. Get the hell out of my clubhouse."
Right. Yeah, I would have handled it a little differently.
That's
in
part of the
hindsight,
gig. Damn. The reason you make so much money is because you're on such a big stage and you got so many people watching you. So if I think you're a douche, I should be able to call you a douche.
I sat in right field this year at a game at Fenway against the Blue Jays. So everybody obviously was just yelling at Bautista, and of course at Fenway you're so close they can hear you. But I mean, I think pretty much anywhere, if you're in the first row, they can hear you. So not to brag, I was in the first row, but people were just like yelling shit at Bautista. And in the first inning, everybody started yelling, and immediately he looks over. He just does that thing where he points at his eyes and then like points them towards the pitcher's mound, and then he didn't look over the rest of the game. I yelled at him. I told him that I don't follow him back on Twitter, so that definitely shook him a little bit.
That's a weird Twitter. Why do you follow so many people?
There was this kid a few years ago who was at an O's game in the front row, and I think we were playing the Dodgers. It was when Carl Crawford was on the Dodgers, and someone hit a home run to left field, and as the ball was leaving the yard, this kid in the front row gave Crawford like a really emphatic double middle finger, and like the ESPN cameras caught it and everything, and he went kind of viral like on O's Twitter for a while. That kid's my roommate now.
Oh, nice.
I had no idea who he was at the time, but I found out like a few weeks after we moved in together that he was in.
That's awesome.
That's like lifetime achievement shit.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's good. All right, boys, we're at like 40 minutes or
Did
something.
Shane just freeze?
Oh my God, that was
We
the
got
quickest
time to
40
wrap
minutes of my life.
Yeah, good time to wrap up. I'll be honest with you. I'm looking at my GarageBand and it looks like the recording paused, but maybe it's just being really slow. But I got the Skype recording, so we're good.
Cool. And mine
Okay.
mine actually went the whole time, so if we lose you, we at least have me, and that's really all that matters.
You're
Yeah,
right.
my recording was fine. I
You're
didn't
right.
really say much.
At least we have you two in your jerseys.
Yeah.
That's all we need.
In our tees. You know what? From now on, I'm just going to wear a jersey every episode because I know it gets you as shook as Ryan got Nick Swisher.
I might have to do that too.
Oh,
right.
Jesus. All right, fellas. Good shit. See you guys next time.
Adios.
Cool.
Later.